In 2004, a committed group of diverse instrumental musicians gathered to share a vision. That vision was to make sure Northern Illinois had an ensemble that would celebrate orchestral music for people of all ages. They wanted it to be professional but include qualified community players. They wanted it to perform on a high level for adult audiences but also reach school children. They wanted to play classical music, but they loved and wanted to play other forms as well. Part of the mission also was to fill a major hole in instrumental performance and education in many Northern Illinois communities. This talented group had already played with an extraordinary conductor who was also a visionary and an event planner, as well as a magnet for gifted artists to gather around and perform. He was a well-known church musician, performer, and teacher in his own right, and they met together to dream their dream, with no board, no money, and no place to play. They had passion, giftedness, and a desire to make things happen in a geographical area that was art-starved. They decided to do 3 outdoor concerts in the Zion Bandshell in the summer of 2004, with no pay, but with the help and support of then Zion Park District Directors Al Hill and Rich Walker. The concerts were free and family-friendly. The members were almost all music educators and/or church music directors as well, and it helped that they were very good friends. At the home of one of the players before the first concert, they talked about a name. At the time, nearly every instrument was represented in the group, and many of them sang as well. In discussing a possible name at length, they wanted something that bore no city or geographical status, so they could eventually roam the area. Someone remarked how unique it was that so many instruments were represented in the group, like an orchestral score. They were more chamber in size and not symphonic. In the next breath, someone said, we represent the FullScore, and FullScore Chamber Orchestra was born. The orchestra hobbled to success like a newly born fawn with gangly legs stretching to get up and walk. It wasn't always easy, and they stumbled a bit here and there, but it paid off. Soon after that first summer, they started raising funds, adding concerts, growing in numbers of players, playing for school children, and attracting an audience. Like small arts groups all over the country, FCO was displaying a model of player ownership and leadership that is both unique and refreshing, and challenging. They are now tax-exempt and a 501c3. Kids concerts began about 18 months into FCO's life and are now an annual event for over 1,500 Lake County school kids. The music of Mozart, Leroy Anderson, video games, and tried and true children's fare like Peter and the Wolf by Prokofiev have been shared to winning young ears and minds, giving many their first taste of what an orchestra is and how playing music can enrich and change lives. Part of that educational effort is a string quartet that plays in-school concerts to advertise the orchestra and a violin class taught by its members. Tragedy struck the orchestra when founding trumpeter Mark Reimer, born, raised, trained, and returning band director in Zion, died suddenly at age 34, leaving a legacy of classical, jazz, and educational gifts that affected hundreds of young people and adult musicians. Inspired by his life, artistic director Ron Arden approached Mark's family and successfully birthed the Mark Reimer Jazz Ensemble and a yearly concert of both classical and jazz music in Mark's honor. The funding for this concert also gives scholarship to college music majors and endows the trumpet section for every concert. This gathering of Mark's colleagues from college to perform is a hallmark of FCO's mission to partner with artists of every kind. In late winter 10 years ago, FCO started a classical concert to serve their own musical souls and display the backbone of orchestral music, many times featuring players from the ensemble as soloists in a wide array of the best concertos written for solo and orchestra. Broadway and Hollywood blockbusters is the annual concert in the Zion Bandshell, invited and funded by the city's Jubilee Days Committee and ending with amazing fireworks. Finally, the orchestra annually plays a patriotic concert in the Zion Bandshell, celebrating the American fallen heroes and those fighting today for the freedom the United States revels in. These 2 outdoor events attract both a large fan base and interested new players. Over the years, enough money has come in to pay the conductor and 85% of the players. FCO's mission also grew to include advanced students and community players who gain valuable experience playing with professionals, and obviously to help with costs. Part of the model to cut expenses from the beginning has been that membership in FCO means a player will do some function to help run the orchestra outside of playing their instrument. As with all arts groups, money is always a necessary challenge, and FCO faces its own needs every season. As of yet, there is no functional board, an industry standard tool to raise money. Having such a board is paramount to the future of the orchestra. And now, the surprise announcement. Late in 2016, the membership began discussing a dramatic move to widen the financial net and audience of FCO. Ron Arden suggested that corporations and businesses would be better approached from an arts organization that had a name they could easily identify with, geographically, musically, and one that was user-friendly. As a result, for the past 6 months, a committee worked to identify a name that would serve these purposes, and you are the first people to see this work culminate in what we believe is a dynamic and exciting corner-turning moment for this orchestra. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the Lake County Symphony Orchestra, celebrating the arts in Northern Illinois. The LCSO is poised with its new identity to be true to its original mission, but add the dynamics of a board, a stronger outreach to audience in a broader region, and an identity that falls easily off the lips of all who hear and speak of it. What does this mean for you here tonight? Founders, this vital level of membership, $5,000 to $10,000, gives you the benefits of advertising your logo and company name wherever the LCSO is in print. Programs, website, and all public announcement will expose your company or business to hundreds of listeners. You can further decide to earmark your founding gift to a certain part of the orchestra's life, such as the conductor's salary, underwriting a whole concert, or paying for performance space. In addition, for every year you give, you will receive a free concert from the core membership to use whenever you wish. You will receive 4 tickets to every concert and invitations to receptions with the conductor. Finally, you will be listed as a founder of the LCSO in perpetuity. Maestro. This level, $1,000 to $5,000, gives you a presence on the website and in programs. You can earmark your donation to a specific need like music purchase, the concertmaster's salary, another principal player for a season, or advertising in papers and on the radio. You will also receive 4 tickets to every concert, free music by 4 musicians in the orchestra for a cocktail reception, a free program ad, and invitations to receptions with the conductor. You could also partner with another Maestro giver to underwrite a whole concert. First chair. This level, $500 to $1,000, entitles you to be listed in programs, invitations to receptions with the conductor, and a pair of tickets for every concert. As with other levels, your gift could be earmarked for a player's salary, for a season, or purchase of music. Section player. For every gift of $100 to $500, you will appear in the program and be invited to receptions with the conductor. FullScore Chamber Orchestra has weathered the coming and going of players, funds, performance spaces, marriages, babies being born, and careers changing. It has poured its energy into so many areas of music making for the community that we are convinced this new name, new era, and your presence will make the difference in not just hundreds of lives, but thousands. Becoming the Lake County Symphony Orchestra is an honor well-deserved, a vision worth being a part of, and a partnership not to be missed.